Imagine waking up on a calm, peaceful morning. The kind of morning when the world feels gentle, when the first rays of sunlight stretch softly across your window, and when you place your feet on the floor with a quiet sense of gratitude for another day. As we age, these quiet moments become more precious. They remind us of how far we've come, of everything we've lived through, and of how much more life still waits for us. And for many people over 60, one of the first comforting rituals of the day is breakfast. A warm cup of tea or coffee, a familiar plate of food, something simple, something easy. But what if I told you that some of the most common breakfast foods you've probably eaten for decades, can now trigger sudden, dangerous surges in blood sugar? What if your trusted morning meal is silently stealing your energy, clouding your mind, stressing your heart, and even accelerating the aging process inside your body without you realizing it? This is not an exaggeration. This is a real, urgent warning for anyone over the age of 60. As the body gets older, the way it handles sugar changes dramatically. Muscles absorb less glucose. Insulin becomes less effective. The pancreas grows tired. Hormonal balance shifts. Your metabolism slows. Foods that once posed no problem can now behave like internal lightning strikes, shocking your bloodstream with sudden bursts of sugar. And yet, many seniors continue to start their day with the very foods that trigger the largest spikes. Not because they are careless, but because these foods appear harmless, healthy, even. They're promoted on television, printed on cereal boxes, displayed on store shelves, and recommended for quick energy. But for the older body, they can be deeply damaging. So today, we're going to go on a storytelling journey. Not with fear, but with truth. Truth that empowers. Truth that opens your eyes. Truth that gives you back control over your day, your energy, your body, and your long-term health. We're going to explore the 5 breakfast foods that trigger sudden blood sugar spikes in people over 60, but not by listing them. Instead, we'll walk through real moments, vivid scenarios, and the hidden science behind what happens to your body after each bite. Picture this. You wake up at 6:30 a.m. Slowly sit up on the edge of the bed, stretch your hands, and feel that familiar tightness in your shoulders. You shuffle to the kitchen, open the cupboard, and pull out a box of cereal. Cornflakes, oat flakes, wheat squares, or crispy little clusters. They all look light, crunchy, harmless. You pour yourself a bowl, add milk, sit down, and begin to eat. It's comforting. It reminds you of childhood. Feels like the healthy thing to do. But inside your body, something entirely different is happening. Cold cereal, no matter how whole grain or fortified it claims to be, is rapidly broken down into glucose the moment it reaches your stomach. Seniors digest these refined grains even faster because aging reduces certain digestive processes, making starch break down more quickly. Your bloodstream is suddenly flooded. Sugar levels shoot up. Insulin scrambles to respond, but at your age, insulin doesn't respond as quickly or as strongly as it used to, and so the sugar lingers, floating in your bloodstream, causing inflammation, damaging blood vessels, and forcing your pancreas into overdrive. You don't feel the damage, but you do feel the consequences. At 10 a.m., you're tired, irritable, craving more food, blaming your age. But in reality, it was breakfast. Now imagine a different morning. Instead of cereal, you choose a cup of fruity yogurt, strawberry, blueberry, peach, vanilla. Tastes sweet, smooth, refreshing. The label says low-fat, healthy, high calcium, good for digestion. But what the label doesn't tell you is that many flavored yogurts contain as much sugar as a slice of cake. And when fat is removed, sugar is added to make it taste better. For someone over 60, this combination is like pouring syrup directly into the bloodstream. Sugar without fat digests faster, shoots into the blood faster, and creates larger spikes. These spikes make your energy bounce up and down like a yo-yo. They affect your mood, your memory, your heart, and your hormones. Seniors often describe feeling shaky, unusually hungry, or sleepy after breakfast. They don't realize yogurt is doing it. Yogurt, of all things. But flavored yogurt is one of the sneakiest sugar traps in the entire grocery store. Let's move to the third culprit, a breakfast beverage that has been mistakenly worshipped for generations. fruit juice. Orange juice, apple juice, grape juice, pineapple juice, all marketed as wholesome, natural, vitamin-packed morning starters. But fruit juice is not fruit. Fruit juice is concentrated sugar stripped of fiber. Fiber is what slows digestion, stabilizes blood sugar, and protects the body from glucose overload. When you drink juice, you are essentially consuming the sugar of 4 to 6 pieces of fruit in a single gulp. Your bloodstream doesn't have time to prepare. The sugar enters too fast, too strong, too suddenly. The spike is sharp. The crash that follows is equally sharp. And what does that crash feel like? Fatigue, confusion, mood swings, blurry thinking, hunger, irritability, weakness in your legs, even increased fall risk. Yes, blood sugar crashes are a hidden cause of falls among seniors because they weaken balance, reaction time, and brain clarity. You may think you're giving your body vitamins and hydration, but what your body receives is a wave of sugar that overwhelms it. And ironically, whole oranges and apples would never cause this problem. But juice does. Now imagine a cozy Sunday morning. Maybe your grandchildren are visiting. You decide to make pancakes or waffles, the classic comfort breakfast. The smell fills the kitchen. Butter melts on top. Syrup drizzles down the sides. A nostalgic moment. But inside your body, pancakes behave almost exactly like cake. White flour, sugar, and syrup. White flour turns into glucose almost instantly, and syrup is pure sugar. This combination triggers some of the fastest blood sugar spikes any breakfast can cause. Even a small portion can send your glucose soaring. And for seniors, this is especially risky because high sugar surges accelerate aging, increase inflammation, impact heart health, drain energy, and impair cognitive functions. And that brings us to the fifth silent troublemaker, the humble slice of toast. Not whole grain toast, white toast. White bread is so refined that it digests almost as quickly as sugar itself. Many seniors pair it with jam, jelly, or honey, turning a simple breakfast into a powerful glucose bomb. The bread breaks down fast. The sweet spread hits even faster. Together, they spike blood sugar higher than most people realize. Seniors often say, "It's just toast. How bad could it be?" But inside the older body, white toast behaves like a sugary snack, not a meal. And because seniors often eat 2 slices, the spike doubles. But here's what most people never understand. It's not just about sugar. It's about how fast sugar enters the bloodstream. Younger bodies can handle large glucose loads more efficiently. They burn sugar quickly. They store it better. Their cells respond well to insulin. But after 60, your metabolism changes. Your cells become insulin resistant, meaning they don't absorb glucose easily. Your pancreas has to work harder. Glucose remains in your blood longer. Spikes become more dangerous, and repeated spikes accelerate aging from the inside out. But what exactly happens during a spike? Imagine your bloodstream as a calm river. Now imagine dumping a bucket of sugar into it. The river reacts violently. That's what your body experiences. Your blood becomes thicker. Your blood vessels become irritated. Your heart works harder. Your brain receives mixed signals. Your pancreas panics. Your liver scrambles to store excess glucose. Your fat cells enlarge. Your energy plummets shortly after because the body overshoots insulin. Even your vision can blur temporarily. Some seniors mistake these symptoms for just aging, but they're actually signs of glucose instability. Let's take a deeper look at how this affects your daily life. Imagine having cereal at 7 a.m. Your blood sugar spikes quickly. By 10 a.m., it crashes. You feel tired. You reach for a snack, maybe cookies, crackers, or more fruit. Your blood sugar rises again. Lunch brings another spike. Afternoon brings another crash. Dinner brings another rise. This roller coaster exhausts your organs, accelerates cognitive decline, increases cravings, contributes to weight gain, and leaves you in a constant cycle of fatigue. Yet many seniors endure this cycle for years without ever suspecting breakfast is the trigger. But here is the empowering truth. Once you identify and avoid these 5 spike-causing breakfast foods, your body begins to stabilize. Your mornings become smoother. Your energy becomes more even. Your cravings decrease. Your mood improves. Your brain feels clearer, sharper, more awake. Many seniors report feeling younger simply from changing breakfast. Why? Because stable blood sugar stabilizes everything: energy, mood, appetite, sleep, memory, and even mobility. Imagine this transformation. You wake up tomorrow morning. Instead of cereal, you choose eggs. Instead of flavored yogurt, you choose plain Greek yogurt with a few berries. Instead of juice, you drink water or tea. Instead of pancakes, you have oatmeal with cinnamon. Instead of white toast and jam, you have whole grain toast with avocado. Within days, you wake up feeling more refreshed. After a week, you notice fewer afternoon naps. After a month, your clothes fit better. After 2 months, your doctor notices improvements. And all of this begins with the simple act of avoiding those 5 foods. Now imagine an 80-year-old woman named Margaret. For 40 years, she began her morning with a glass of orange juice, toast with strawberry jam, and a cup of coffee. She assumed it was healthy, but every morning, she felt shaky by 10 a.m., hungry again by 11 a.m., and exhausted by afternoon. Her doctor told her she had blood sugar issues, but she didn't understand why. Then she learned about high glycemic breakfast foods for seniors. She swapped juice for water. She replaced white toast with whole grain toast. She switched jam for avocado. She added eggs twice a week. Within 2 weeks, her morning shakiness disappeared. Within a month, her energy returned. And within 3 months, her doctor reduced her medication. Margaret felt as if she had gained 10 years of life back, just from changing breakfast. Or consider Robert, a 72-year-old grandfather who loved cereal. Every morning he poured himself a large bowl, but he always felt sleepy afterward. He assumed it was just old age. But once he shifted to oats, nuts, and plain yogurt, his energy shot up. He started walking more. He laughed more. His grandchildren noticed he wasn't falling asleep in his chair as often. The small decision to avoid cereal changed his entire day. This isn't magic. It's biology. Your body is giving you signs. You simply needed someone to tell you what they mean. So here is your emergency warning. Not to scare you, but to protect you. If you are over 60, be cautious with these 5 breakfast foods: cold cereal, flavored yogurt, fruit juice, pancakes or waffles, and white toast with sugary spreads. They are not bad foods. They are simply mismatched with your age, your metabolism, and your needs. Your body deserves better. You deserve better. You deserve mornings filled with energy, clarity, strength, and stability. Tomorrow morning, when you step into your kitchen, take a moment to remember this message. You now know the truth. You now have the power to change the course of your day. You now understand what your body has been trying to tell you for years. And when you choose the right breakfast, you choose a better morning, a better body, a better life. You deserve that.